be high on life, but don't think that you need to buy all the materialistic things to boost the ego, to fund the ego and all of that, because you just never know where life is going to take you. And, I was fortunate enough to have my own company and be independent, financially independent, but some people are not. So when you think of ending or mending a marriage too, those are variables as well. So, but I just want to help people.
Yeah, it's like when you stop caring so much about the opinions of others and you just want to pour into people and help. It's interesting what happens, because now you attract a different kind of energy. And now, although the old critics aren't coming and asking for feedback or advice or wanting to talk about it, there are so many other people that want to learn and want to learn how you did it. And those people are listening to the show right now. So I appreciate that you're sharing this incredibly challenging period. And through all of this, you have now emerged, and maybe I'm going to be a little allegorical. You have emerged as this mythical phoenix figure who's come out stronger, better, and more in love than when you went into this forge of fire, right? So it's pretty exciting to see that. And I'm meeting you now in the last 6 months in this space that you're in, and it's just a real treat. And I'd love to share with the audience, Jenny, what is it that is inspiring you and it's driving you forward now that we might be able to share with our audience today?
I just love life. And I have taken ownership of creating the best life. And I'm creating the life I want to live, and I'm enjoying the life I'm creating. For so many years, I worked so hard to create the life to live it later. And so I have a really nice balance between work and my personal life. And I am really nicely balanced as far as the amount of effort I put into things and the return that I get as well. Not to mention, I am just grateful of all experiences and looking forward to an amazing future. So when I sit back and I think of the journey, the heartaches, the pain, and the mistakes. I mean, gosh, when I was starting my company, I made so many mistakes. Signed leases, didn't get them in writing, paying double rent. I mean, it was just a mess and a half. But I want to help people so that they don't make the same mistakes. They take ownership of their life. They make their marriage a priority. So many of us enter a marriage and we don't keep it as priority. We take it for granted. We take that person for granted. We expect that person to be somebody they're not. We want to change that person. And we don't actually focus on how they are contributing to our life. We only focus on the problems they give us. And so when I started thinking about how my husband is adding value and contributing to my life and all the things I'm contributing to him and all the things I can learn from my husband is in finance, very frugal, very, very conservative when it comes to money. And I'm the opposite. And here we are coming up on a recession. I just got a phone call from my landlord. He's selling my business or selling my building, which is going to be a huge obstacle for me in the next 6 to 12 months. Luckily, my husband has taught me to save money. And I wanted to buy a new car like a couple months ago. I'm successful. I can do this. I deserve it. Thank God I didn't buy the car. Thank God I didn't go buy all the things I wanted to buy, and I saved my money. So I would say that that's another thing that I want to help people do is, be high on life, but don't think that you need to buy all the materialistic things to boost the ego, to fund the ego and all of that, because you just never know where life is going to take you. And, I was fortunate enough to have my own company and be independent, financially independent, but some people are not. So when you think of ending or mending a marriage too, those are variables as well. So, but I just want to help people.
You mentioned making marriage a priority, and I think that this is something you're really good at now. What is it that you might do to make your marriage a priority now, Jenny?
Well, first and foremost, I listen to my husband and I'm present. Well, he will say I don't listen very well, but I am definitely a much better listener than I was before.
Progress,
but I would
yes.
I would say being present is something that was not a priority of mine. I would be home with my husband, but I wasn't actually like with him. So we would be on the couch. I would be on one side on my phone doing social media and he would be watching TV. So even though we were on the couch, we weren't really together. I learned about the love languages when we were going through this debacle. And, for years, I thought his love language was like gifts or acts of service. I'm like making him lunches. I'm making him smoothies every day. I'm sending him out the door, like with his lunchbox, like his mom. He wanted me to be in the gym, spending quality time with him. When I was on the couch, he wanted me spending quality time with him. So I've had to stop thinking that I'm like the only thing happening in this world and know that I'm sharing my life with someone else. So,
Hmm.
understanding what his needs are and wants and his goals and dreams and being supportive of him. It's not just all about me. And sometimes that's what we think.